Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a special Wednesday night edition of High School Hoops. Paul Bowe alongside Jim Webb, WebWeeklyLive.com on Hoopers Only TV. Jim, great to see you again.
Great to see you, Paul.
We got a good one tonight. The Sullivan County Griffins are coming down to take on the Neumann Golden Knights. This should be a fantastic matchup.
A great preview of the district tournament that'll be upcoming here before too long.
Well, Coach Glenn Vaughn has the Griffins playing really well. 7 games in a row they've won, but they finished with 5 in a row on the road starting tonight.
That's a tough way to end the season.
Well,
But tonight's the big test for them, and I'm sure if you asked him, he loves having it in it at the end of the year to prepare him for district playoffs. I mean, you're going to be on the road for most of the district tournaments, so you might as well start now getting battle tested.
Well, I'll tell you what, the first meeting was a dandy. Neumann won the game 83-78. It was a back-and-forth game. Let's talk a little bit about the Griffins. They're led by senior guard, averaging 12.9 points a game. Justin Metzger, you talk about Aiden Garrett that can shoot the ball. This kid can shoot also. 34 three-pointers. He had 23 Monday night against Muncie, 6 from behind the arc.
He likes to line it up and let it fly. Good ball player. Typical athletic guard like Sullivan County's had over the last few years.
Also, Sam Carpenter, another senior. He's the point guard, 13.4 points a game. He also had 20 points Monday against Muncie.
And again, both averaging double figures. Great backcourt for the Griffins, and they'll get tested tonight, won't they?
Absolutely, and their monster in the middle. I'm talking about 6'6", number 22, Jesse Williams. He's a senior. He's averaging 10.4 points a game. This team is well-rounded.
And it'll be interesting to see how Malachi Parlanti and how the Neumann Knights handle the big fella in the middle.
Absolutely. He's tall, he's lean, he's big. The team likes to run and gun, Jim. They like to get up and down the court, and that's right up Neumann's alley.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this game. I know they'll go up and down tonight. It'll be a lot of fun for us, Paul.
A lot of water for us on commentators' row. Let's talk a little bit about the Neumann Knights. They are 14-2, 10-0 in conference play. Joe Clark has this team playing fantastic. They are winners of 5 in a row. They've only lost to Loyalsock and Hughesville, 2 really good teams.
And that's what I was going to add on. You hit it. They're 2 losses against 2 bigger schools, and I got to think they're the favorite headed into the small school, the single A level of District 4 playoffs.
Well, how about fantastic freshmen? We talk about them every game we're here. Nothing more you can say. 6-foot Davion Hill, 23.1 points a game. Just fantastic as a freshman.
Terrific feet, terrific jump. I mean, he's just a great athlete. He's a terror on the football field.
And Saturday we were here for the Muncie game, a 74-54 win for Neumann. And brother David, that was his day. He got his 1,000 point. He's averaging 21.8 a game, and he had 33 Saturday. He lit it up. That third quarter, Jim, he just took over.
And tremendous athlete like his brother. Continuing the legacy. Alize Johnson is their brother. He's the second 1,000-point scorer in the family, and I'm sure if Davion stays healthy, he'll be the third.
Well, let's talk about your man, the big man in the middle, number 23 senior, Malachi Parlanti in the middle, 12.2 points a game, fantastic football player, big boy in the middle. I know you really like Malachi.
I do. I mean, All-State should have been an All-State football selection by the AP, but he wasn't. They left him off somehow.
Well,
tremendous lineman on the football field. What you and I have been impressed is how light his feet are in the basketball court.
That's exactly what I was just going to say, Jim.
I think we were both caught off guard the first time we saw him that he's a good basketball player.
And he's a good free throw shooter, too. He has a nice touch for a big guy, something you don't see. It's the Griffins taking on the Golden Knights. It sounds like something out of Hogwarts from Harry Potter, but it's coming up at the bottom of the hour. Hoopers Only TV, WebWeeklyLive.com. We'll be right back.
Want you to make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at FastMaz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration. Softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
FastMaz.com.
FastMaz.com. Lift your knees. You gotta get your knees up. Come on, let's go.
You gotta be here. Family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyal Sock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs coffee and peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to St. John Neumann Regional Academy. Paul Bowe, alongside Jim Webb, WebWeeklyLive.com, Hoopers Only TV. Jim, great crowd tonight for a Wednesday night filtering in as the Griffins take on the hosting Golden Knights of St. John Neumann.
Great to be here, Paul, what I call the Catholic Community Center. A lot of athleticism in the gym again tonight.
And we're about 3 minutes from the opening tip-off, 3 minutes from the introductions, and then the opening tip-off. We just got some news that David Hill will not be playing tonight for the Neumann Knights. That is never a good thing. Ankle injury. He's going to be out tonight. That changes the whole ball game, Jim.
That does a last-minute scratch, so to speak, there. He won't be in the lineup. He won't be playing, so let's hope he heals up fast and gets back on the court here for Neumann, because definitely he's a game changer for tonight.
Absolutely. And you talked about it the other night, Jim, the other afternoon we were here on Saturday. You said Josiah Reed has got to step up. Hey, how about a better time now for the 5'9" senior to step up tonight?
And that's absolutely true, Paul. That's how they have to approach it, is you play with who come to the dance.
Right.
And you don't know what's going to happen in the tournament. Somebody gets in foul trouble, somebody gets injured. So this is a great opportunity for them to play with David not in the lineup.
And like I said, Josiah can really stroke the ball. He doesn't shoot a lot, but when he does, he's usually dead on. And tonight will be a good game. This might be his coming out party. And Keon Burkholter, another one, will be a big key for the Golden Knights in this game.
I like Keon's athleticism. He'll get to touch the ball. You know, there's a lot of touches to go around without David in the lineup, and it's just a matter of who steps up and takes the opportunity, by the horns.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a fantastic game. Like I said, the Griffins, 3 losses on the season. The Golden Knights, only 2. This should be a great game. It was a great game the first time they played up in Sullivan County.
Yeah, Sullivan County, they get forgotten about. They're a small school up in the country there, but they have played solid basketball for a long time. And you look at them on the court and you think, will these guys hang in with Neumann? And you and I know they will. And it's just a matter of Neumann has enough to hold them off tonight.
That should be a great game here. We got about a minute left here. Take a quick commercial from Blaze Alexander. We'll be right back with the starting lineups.
How you doing?
Start the new year with amazing savings from Blaze Alexander Kia. Right now, you can save up to $9,000 off MSRP. Blaze Alexander Kia is offering rates as low as 0% for 72 months, or even 2.9% for 84 months. We'll keep you covered the entire decade with the best warranty on the market. That's right, you're covered for 10 years or 100,000 miles on any new Kia. Whatever your credit situation, our team can help you find the vehicle you need at the payment you can afford. Make the most of every mile and take the trip up the creek to Alexander Kia in Williamsport, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyal Sock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs coffee and peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
All right, we're back here. We're going to have the anthem and a prayer, and we'll be set to get underway shortly.
One of the great things of coming to a ball game here at the Catholic Community Center is I always like the way they start the game with a prayer, Paul.
Absolutely.
It was up to me. They do it for every PIAA event. Officials for tonight's game, Paul, will be Tom Sillo, I've known him my whole life, Joe Brown, and Pat Kimball.
Start the new year with amazing savings from Blaze Alexander Kia. Right now, you can save up to $9,000 off MSRP. Blaze Alexander Kia is offering rates as low as 0% for 72 months, or even 2.9% for 84 months. We'll keep you covered the entire decade with the best warranty on the market. That's right, you're covered for 10 years or 100,000 miles on any new Kia. Whatever your credit situation, our team can help you find the vehicle you need at the payment you can afford. Make the most of every mile and take the trip up the creek to Alexander Kia in Williamsport, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
Have you recently been declined for a mortgage pre-approval by your local bank? Why not give me a call for a second look? Not all lenders are created equal, and not all banks offer the same programs. One bank may require a 640 credit score and another one only a 580. Some banks require 20% down, and others have 0% programs available. At Prime Lending, I have a wide variety of programs available. I also have 17 years of experience putting people into homes in Lycoming County. Give me a call and you can be next.
Make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at FastMaz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration, softball, foot.
Fastmaz.com.
Fastmaz.com. Lift your knees. You gotta get your knees up. Come on, let's go.
You gotta be here.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's, Loyal Sock, behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's, Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. For those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs coffee and peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
All right, we're back here, Jim. Starting lineups being introduced to Griffin's beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And we're almost set here for a tip-off at St. John Neumann on a Wednesday night. Where else would you rather be? And now the lights have gone out here.
I like this, Paul.
This looks really good. And Neumann Amos getting the start tonight.
Good athlete. He'll get up and down. Great hair, too. Is he on your all-hair team, Paul?
He's a starter. Now he can be on.
Gotcha.
Speaking of all-hair team, how about Keon Burkhalter?
The Knights got a lot of flow, Paul.
They do.
And there's the Neumann Knight. Davion Hill, great athlete, great football season this past year at Loyal Sock. Of course, they got the co-op so the kids from Neumann can play football for Justin Van Fleet.
Big Malachi, the monster in the middle, and also Josiah Reed, number 3, sharpshooter for the Knights. What a great touch here with the lights out. Just feels the feeling of a big game's in the air, Jim.
Absolutely.
A nice crowd, big crowd, place is packed here.
There we go. They'll shoot better now, Paul.
Now both of us can see our stat sheets.
Joe Clark's fired up. Head coach Joe Clark's ready to go too.
Well, he might not like what he sees tonight. He preaches defense. There might not be a lot of it tonight. Last time, 83-78. We might see something like that again tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, they're going to get up and down, and I think they got the right official crew tonight. I know Tom Sillo, and he'll let them get up and down, as will Pat Kimball. So a lot of times that's important in a game like this, who you draw.
Oh, absolutely.
Getting ready to toss it up here.
Yeah, but Newman's coming out. Set to get underway here. And Neumann Keon's going to jump against Jesse Williams, 6'7" senior.
Guess they had the lights didn't come back on is what we're waiting for.
You got a couple out yet. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break while they look for the lights here. 30-second break,
Hey,
Van Kampen Motors. We'll be right back.
Find the light switch, Paul.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a fourth-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces. It's everything for us. Visit Van Kampen and see what over 70 years of care looks like.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyal Sock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
Have you recently been declined for a mortgage pre-approval by your local bank? Why not give me a call for a second look? Not all lenders are created equal, and not all banks offer the same programs. One bank may require a 640 credit score and another one only a 580. Some banks require 20% down, and others have 0% programs available. At Prime Lending, I have a wide variety of programs available. I also have 17 years of experience putting people into homes in Lycoming County. Give me a call and you can be next.
All right, we're back here at St. John Neumann, still working on the lights, Jim. And it all helps with a little bit of brighter light, I guess, right?
Absolutely. Can we get a shot of the Golden Knight over there?
He's walking around trying to get this crowd fired up. And I'll tell you what, as a player.
I know the Golden Knight. Eli Bartron is the Golden Knight. I've known him since he was knee-high to a grasshopping Golden Knight. And plays a lot of baseball, and it's great to see him supporting the Knights as the Neumann Knight.
You think he could maybe hit the light switch or something and we can get going here?
We need to find that light switch, that's for sure. Hey,
I'll tell you what, as a player, this has to be hard. You come out, you're all jazzed up. That great introduction, the lights were out. And
I love the
I was starting to rock back and forth, and then I realized I have a bad knee. And and then we have a little bit of a delay, and that happens here.
Back when I played, Paul, this is pretty much how light the gyms were back then. And they weren't much brighter than this, so.
Well, those halogen bulbs there on those they take a long time to heat up if that's the ones that went out.
Yeah, we might be waiting a little bit. Do you see a twinkle up there yet?
I don't even see a twinkle. Oh, yeah, they're starting to heat up there, so.
That's a good thing. If you're waiting for basketball action, we had a little pregame here. They dimmed the lights and introduced the players for Neumann, and a great ceremony. Unfortunately, the lights have not come back on, and it usually, I think they're sodium-based, if I remember correctly. It takes them a while to heat up.
Yeah, I can see the little bulbs are on there, and well, anyway, Jim, how about in basketball this week? Big win for Loyal Sock last night against Montoursville.
Outstanding ball game, and then they shot the lights out down the stretch and came back and beat the Warriors again. Montoursville
was ahead at half, I believe, by 2, 34-32, and Aiden Gare took over, Adrice got going, and I think they had four players. I believe I read Doc's article. 4 players had over 8 points for Loyal Sock. Aiden had 26.
Yeah, Doc Massey had a nice article in the Sun Gazette, and basically it was the opposite of the first game you and I did where Aiden Gare went crazy. It was a team effort, and all 5 starters, one starter was 2 points shy of being in double figures.
Yeah,
so.
Great game.
And of course, Aiden came up with his 26 as usual.
Yeah, he gets his points wherever.
So
and
the lights are coming back on.
They're starting to warm up.
I think they're going to go back out and warm up here, so we'll have to hang in here and see.
Yeah, I think they're gonna put 8 minutes on the clock here. We're gonna see how long this takes to run out. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple here. Word from Fast Maz.
We want you to make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at Fast Maz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration. Softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
Fastmaz.com.
Fastmaz.com.
Lift your knees, you gotta get your knees up. Come on, let's go.
You gotta be here.
Family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyal Sock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a 4th generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces. It's everything for us. Visit Van Campen and see what over 70 years of care looks like.
Recently been declined for a mortgage pre-approval by your local bank? Why not give me a call for a second look? Not all lenders are created equal, and not all banks offer the same programs. One bank may require a 640 credit score and another one only a 580. Some banks...
All right, we're back here. The lights are on, Jim, and looks like we're finally ready for some action.
Absolutely, and a little delay there, but that's I'll trade the delay for the opening act. How's that, Paul?
That's fine with me.
Hey, Olivia Pierce is the young lady that sings a great rendition of the national anthem here at Neumann.
Fantastic job.
And it's a great way, like I said, with the prayer and the national anthem, just an all-American way to get it started here at the Catholic Community Center.
Absolutely, and once again, Williams out to jump center.
Chris Massey's next to us again here tonight, keeping statistics not only for us but for the Sun Gazette. You can read them every morning in the Sun Gazette. And
it's exactly what I tune in on my computer. As soon as I wake up, I go to the Sun Gazette.
Absolutely, and his Twitter. That's where I keep track of games if I'm not there. Chris Massey's Twitter.
That's a good idea. I never thought of that. I never went onto Twitter. I always try to hook up ScoreStream. It never works right.
Here we go.
Here we go. We are underway, and the tip controlled by the Knights. Josiah Reed. Nice pass underneath, up and in.
Great job by Keon Burkholder getting the ball to Parlaney. High off the backboard in the harm. He'll go to the line to complete the three-point play.
And Parlaney shooting 65%. We talked about it in the open. For a big man, has some good touch from the foul line.
Definitely, and I'm really impressed by the young man in his basketball game.
Nice rotation, buries it.
Beautiful. Great start for Neumann.
Three-point play the old-fashioned way. That's Carpenter with the ball. Left-handed dribble across the timeline.
Good defense by Davion.
Over in the corner to Jalen Thomas. Thomas kicks it back out. Metzger, long three on the way, and he's fouled. Ooh. And Justin was fouled hard, and he will go to the line to shoot three, shooting 77% on the year. You don't want to put him on the line.
No, and he was buried in the corner there. I didn't quite see what happened, but doesn't matter what I saw, does it?
Foul was on Amos.
Is that right? Getting the start tonight for the Neumann Knights.
First one around the rim and no good.
And again, if you missed the opening, David Hill is out tonight with an ankle injury, and young Mr. Amos is getting a start for Neumann.
Second one is good. Hill will shoot one more. 7:37 just underway here at St. John Neumann. 3-1 Neumann leads. And Metzger hits them two of three.
Meatloaf's at the foul line to start the game for Sullivan.
Davion Hill with the ball. Over to Burkholder, back to Reed, swings it over to Davion. Right wing extended, being guarded by Carpenter. Reed kicks it back to Burkholder. Burkholder again, spin move. Back to Reed in the corner, over to Palante. Back to Burkholder. Nice ball movement by the Knights. Good defense by the Griffins to say that also.
Absolutely. Good man by the Griffins.
David pops a three, no good. Rebounded by Burkhalter, swatted away. Schweitzer has it. Now lost it, comes down with it. Schweitzer up ahead to Carpenter. Carpenter between his legs, backs it back out on the baseline, swings it back to Schweitzer, top of the key. Swings it over, Metzger, long three, that's short. Rebounded by Amos. Amos up to Davion Hill. Davion Hill looking to push the tempo. 6:42 to go in the first, 3-2 Neumann leads. Davion in the lane, one-handed jumper, no good. And
big fella with the rebound.
Williams comes down with the boards. Williams up ahead to Carpenter. Carpenter between his legs on the left wing. Over to Jalen Thomas, looks to reset.
Neumann at a straight up man also.
Thomas back to Metzger, swings it to Carpenter. Carpenter goes baseline, reverse layup. Williams comes down with it, in with traffic, and no foul at all.
I didn't see what we had down there. I think Sullivan's going to keep possession
They're going to keep
basketball.
possession on the baseline. And Schweitzer will inbound. Alex Schweitzer over to Jalen Thomas. Thomas back up to Carpenter. Carpenter over to Metzger. Metzger lets another three fly. We talked about him in the open, Jim. He can shoot.
Absolutely. He just lined that up. Nice release. You can tell he can let it fly.
34 three-pointers on the year. Make it 35. That's Burkhalter over to Reed. Reed to Palante on the block. Looks to distribute. Back to Reed. Back into Malachi.
Nice
Double
drop
coming.
step.
Nice drop step. A little too hard. Rebounded by Carpenter. Carpenter looking to run. 3-on-3 break. Kicks it back to Thomas. Back to Carpenter on the baseline. Back out to Thomas. Swings it over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer back to Carpenter. Carpenter, here comes the double. Schweitzer, and now they call the foul on that. He almost got his head taken off.
Yeah.
Last time, no foul, but this time there is one. 5-3, Sullivan County leads. 5:23 to go in the opening period from St. John Neumann. Paul Bowe alongside Jim Webb.
Here we go
And
again
Doc
off the
Massey.
pick.
That's tipped.
Oh. Good
Nice
job
block
by
by-
Amos
yes.
getting a piece of it.
Davion Hill looks to drive to the basket, hangs in the air, doesn't change. Schweitzer comes down with the ball. Schweitzer looking to run here. Over to Metzger, thought about it, back to Carpenter, swings it cross court, long three. Jalen Thomas, count it.
Good ball movement by the Griffins, and they're notorious for being able to handle the ball and being able to shoot the three.
I'll tell you what, Jim, in the first 3 minutes of the game, the Griffins want to push this tempo. They really want to
absolutely.
run.
Their program's been built on good ball handlers and great shooters. So
Reed over to Burkhalter. Burkhalter, Palante, jumper from the foul line, around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Metzger. Over to Jalen Thomas. Thomas up ahead to Schweitzer. Schweitzer drives baseline. Bodied and looks like he stepped on the line, or they call a foul.
I think they got a little push with the hip there. I'm not sure who it was down on the baseline.
They're going to call Amos again with the push. That's his second. And McCrimson and Foreman coming into the game. So without David Hill in the game, Jim, Joe Clark's probably going to sub a little bit more, I would say. Huh?
I would say, yeah. And one thing that's obvious is they don't have the offensive punch here in the early going. Steps there by the big fella from Sullivan.
A little too much pivot in there. Coach is telling him go right up with it. Don't put it back on the floor. 8-3 though to Griffin's lead. Davion Hill across the timeline going from right to left on your screen. Over to Josiah Reed. Back to Foreman. Foreman drives baseline, pulls it back out. The Griffins with great defense. They are all over the Knights. Hill being guarded by Carpenter. Here comes the screen. Hill tries to drive down the lane. Big first step. Pulled out by Schweitzer again.
Again, though, they're getting great help defense, and every shot is contested right now.
And Rubio came down with the loose ball into the game. Omar Rubio. Nice move by Schweitzer. Dipsy doodle up and in.
Very nice job.
Alex Schweitzer.
Quick first step, got to the rack and finished.
10-3, Griffin's lead.
Newman's just not a step off their game with David Hill being out, trying to find themselves here early.
Stewart with the ball. Swings it,
pass.
threw it away. Up ahead to Carpenter. Carpenter drives, initiates the contact and a blocking foul.
Proper call by the official. Definitely got him down below. Great job finishing the play with the left hand, and he'll go to the line.
That foul was on McCrimson.
Carpenter's a good ball player, Paul.
Absolutely, and Jalen Thomas looking to check back into the game.
He's averaging, I believe, 13 and a half.
And
on
he's
the season.
76% from the line. Another good foul shooter for this team. I'm very surprised how they're pushing the tempo. I thought they'd try to slow it down a little bit against Neumann, but not so much. They're looking to run. Perlanti up ahead to Burkhalter. Burkhalter between his legs. Back out.
Good job by Sullivan getting back.
Down low, Burkhalter puts a body in, misses. And
Great job.
Second rebound. Offensive rebound by Keon and laid it up and in, Jim.
Just like they teach you, follow your miss, young man. He went and got it. Big basket for the Knights there. Break a drought.
Thomas with the ball. Swings at Schweitzer, thought about a three, got caught in midair, and Rubio comes down with it. Off the back iron by Carpenter.
Rebound by Josiah Reed up to Keon.
12-5, 2:48 to go in the opening period. Keon, I think he took the bus there, Jim.
He did. River Valley Transit. But again, he's got to step up and look to be more offensive-minded, and that's what he's thinking without David Hill here.
Schweitzer will inbound over to Jalen Thomas. 2:43 to go in the opening frame. 12-5. The Griffins lead the Knights. Thomas with the ball, looking for a screen. Thomas kicks it back out. Rubio, nice head fake, dishes back out. Schweitzer will let a three launch this time. Count it, Alex Schweitzer from downtown, and a timeout on the floor. A full timeout. 15-5, 10-point lead for Sullivan County. We'll be right back after a word from Van Kampen.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a fourth-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces. It's everything for us. Visit Van Kampen and see what over 70 years of care looks
Family
like.
table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyalsock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more.
All right, we're back here, Jim. Not exactly what we expected here in this first quarter. 15-5. Griffins hitting on all cylinders, really shooting the ball well.
Newman's just trying to feel their way through the opening here without David Hill and figure out who the offense is going to come from. And he obviously handles the ball a lot and is a big forward. What they have to do is settle in good shots, and Josiah Reed and Keon Burkholder got to step up here a little more offensively.
I like this. Josiah has not taken a shot yet. Looks like I like to see him free up and take a shot. He has a good shot. And he's being trapped in the corner now.
Great defense by Sullivan County. They've been solid since they got off the bus on defense.
Back over to Davion Hill. Davion looking to drive.
Good
nice
drive.
Jump step, and they got a foul on the floor. They're going to call a hold. See who it's on here. Number 5 on Jalen Thomas.
He's going to shoot 2.
That's his second foul.
Going to call it a shooting foul. Davion's going to go to the line.
72% for the year for Davion.
And this is just what the doctor ordered to help the Knights get settled in offensively if they can pick up some foul shots.
Oh, first one no good. Riley King into the game, and also Metzger back in. Second one on its way, and good. 1 out of 2 for Davion from the line. Up ahead to Carpenter.
15-6, Sullivan County lead here. Under a minute and 50 seconds to go, first quarter.
Over to Rubio. Rubio looks to reset. Trying to get the ball over to Metzger, over to Riley King. King swings it to Metzger in the corner, went to go baseline. Good poke by Perlanti, and he threw that into the second row. Ill-advised pass right there.
Malachi created that. He made up some ground there and created a bad cross-court pass, which coaches never want to see.
Over to Reed. Reed back to Stewart.
Ooh,
Stewart.
backcourt.
Oh, I don't think he went over.
I think he did.
Really?
Yeah, I think he did. And then you know what, Paul? It doesn't matter what you and I think anyway, right?
It doesn't matter, right?
So
Jesse Williams taking a little break. 1:30 to go in the first. Carpenter will inbound from half court. Over to Rubio. Rubio being guarded by Stewart.
Nice pass backdoor.
Oh, King. Freshman went up hard, and Malachi went up to reject that one, and they're going to call a foul here on, I think it's on Davion.
Got him down below with the body, I believe. I think the block was clean up top.
They're going to call it on Malachi.
On Malachi. 23, yeah.
And Riley King has not attempted a foul shot this year. So we will see. Freshman off the back iron. And one thing, Sullivan County playing a lot of players, Jim. There have been 8 or 9 different players in the game already.
That's a good thing, too, for them.
Second one is good.
Good job by the freshman gathering himself and picking up the second end.
Also, Garrett Parrish into the game. Big junior, big kid in the middle, 6'4". Saw him play a little bit in the JV game. Playing up varsity now. Over to Reed. Reed, long three. Dozy. Josiah got to shoot it. He can hit him from there. Three-pointer good.
Exactly what the Neumann Knights need. They need him to step up and shoot the ball.
So they're going to hold here.
Oh.
Rubio and Malachi came over and checked them on the ice.
And that's what I'm used to seeing on the football field. Great lead block there by Malachi.
It's going to be a second foul.
And again, Neumann short-handed. They'll probably sub here for him. Nope.
Essex Taylor into the ball game. Garrett Parrish coming out. Schweitzer going back in. They're in and out, Jim.
Reset us here, Paul, for the end of the quarter.
16-9, Sullivan County leads. 51.2 seconds to go. They will inbound from just outside the half court. 6 fouls on Neumann already.
Wow.
It looks like they're probably going to hold for one shot here. Maybe I went for the poke, maybe not.
Good help defense.
That's tipped, so he can go get it. Metzger up to Rubio. Rubio drives, distributes to Williams. Williams getting bodied around by Taylor. Hard off the window, up and in. Jesse Williams, he used all 6'7" of his frame there.
The bank was open.
18-9. Hill drives in the lane, up and in.
Good drive by Davion all the way to the hoop.
18-11. 16 seconds to go. Griffins look to hold for one shot. Rubio dribbling it around in circles. On the right wing. Kicks it back out to Williams. Williams drives. Poked away by Reed.
They're letting them play down there, Paul.
Back in the corner, long three by Metzger off the front of the iron. We played one here at St. John Neumann. Sullivan County leads 18-11. We'll be right back after a word from Dolly's Diner.
Family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyal Sock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
Recently been declined for a mortgage pre-approval by your local bank? Why not give me a call for a second look? Not all lenders are created equal, and not all banks offer the same programs. One bank may require a 640 credit score and another one only a 580. Some banks require 20% down, and others have 0% programs available. At Prime Lending, I have a wide variety of programs available. I also have 17 years of experience putting people into homes in Lycoming County. Give me a call and you can be next.
All right, welcome back here to St. John Neumann Regional Academy. Paul Bowe, Jim Webb on a Wednesday night here, 18-11. Sullivan County leads after one period. Jim, what'd you see out there?
Well, obviously Newman's trying to field their way without David Hill in the lineup, and they look much better at the end of the quarter than the start. And Sullivan looks solid. They're playing great defense. They're moving the basketball, and they're going to be a formidable opponent tonight for the Knights.
Byron Fitzgerald now into the game for the Griffins. Over to Carpenter. Carpenter being trapped in the corner.
Good defense.
Spins
they
it back
left him out.
To Metzger. Metzger had 5 in the opening period. So did Schweitzer. Schweitzer spin move. Back to Williams. Williams drives baseline. Jump stop. No call on the walk. Rebounded by Amos. Up ahead to Burkhalter. Knights looking to run.
Oh, there's a foul.
Block foul on number 24.
Carpenter.
That's Carpenter.
Good job by Keon. Got it going the other way, and Carpenter just couldn't quite get in position. And that's what Keon needs to do tonight. He has to become offensive-minded and attack the rim like David normally does.
Long
Davion, three-pointer on the way.
Around the rim out. Schweitzer with another rebound. Pushes it up ahead to Carpenter. Carpenter between his legs. Little shake and bake there. Down on the baseline to Williams. Back to Schweitzer. Back to Carpenter. Top of the key to Schweitzer. Swings it to Metzger. He wants to shoot. I can tell you that. They're looking to free him up.
Good defense by Malachi. Ahead to Davion. Davion strong to the basket and in. Great move by Davion. Body control, a little up and under.
Yep, hung up in the air long enough. 18-13, lead down to 5. Carpenter with the ball, and Newman's turning up the defensive intensity, Jim.
Definitely.
Miss Carpenter flashing there.
They're letting him play underneath, too, and that'll help Newman.
Yeah. Carpenter swings it to Metzger. Baseline jumper. Counting. Are they going to give him the 3? I thought he was on the line, but a lot farther away.
Great shot. It could have been 4. He got fouled after the shot.
Metzger has 8. 21-13. Sullivan County leads. Over to Burkhalter. A lot of pushing going on in there, Jim.
Yeah, they're letting him go.
Burkhalter, jump stop inside the lane. Too hard off the glass. Gets his own rebound.
Great athletic move. He got up, got down, got up before most of the other players could even think about it.
Like Keon Burkhalter, like you say, Jim, doing some yeoman's work underneath.
Absolutely.
Carpenter drives baseline. Kicks it out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald misses the bunny there. And Reed comes down with it. Back over to Davion. 21-15, lead down to 6. 6 minutes to go before intermission. Hill, 3. Short, rebounded by Metzger.
And literally every player for Sullivan County had a foot in the paint on that possession.
Metzger over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer bumps. Spin
nice
move.
block by Amos.
And a good defense by Burkhalter. Poked out away. It'll stay here with the Griffins, though. More mass changes coming into the game here.
Got a line change, Paul.
Rubio coming in. Amos coming out. Foreman Stewart going in for the Knights. 5:43 to go in the half. Rubio with the ball on the right wing. Back to Carpenter. Long three. Just a little short. Comes right down in the hands of Williams, and you like to see him put that up, Jim, instead of putting it on the floor.
Absolutely. You read my mind, Paul. He needs to keep that ball up high and put it right back up in the basket. And they definitely are letting him play inside.
Schweitzer will inbound. Swings it ahead. Carpenter, long three. That's way hard. He missed everything on that.
Right idea. Just rushed his shot. He was wide open. Sometimes you get it up too quick. Just set your feet and follow through.
Here comes Hill with the ball. Cross the timeline. Left-handed dribble between his legs. Switches back to the right. Crosses over. Back to Burkhalter.
Mishandled there. He had a.
Yep.
Now, as they're playing man, but they're playing good help defense.
Well, his coach is going to get a tee on him here. I can tell you that. The referee has told him to be quiet a couple of times. He's going ballistic. Up ahead to Schweitzer. Schweitzer on the right wing. Three-pointer on the way by Schweitzer. Hard, rebounded by Stewart. Stewart up ahead to Hill. Hill looking to isolate there. Hangs in the air.
Got hacked. Oh, they're going to call the offensive foul.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, sometimes it helps to chirp in the official's ear because I think he talked him into that one.
He definitely got fouled up above, and I thought it forced the contact into the player that took the charge. But like you said, Paul, there's a reason you chirp at the official if you're a coach.
Absolutely. He might have bought himself a call there. Rubio with the ball. Crosses over across the timeline. Kicks it in the corner to Carpenter. Trying to get Metzger the ball, and there he is. Stewart right on him, though. Metzger back to Rubio. Schweitzer flashing in the lane again.
From a defensive standpoint, this is as good a man as I've seen Neumann play this year.
Well, Carpenter hangs in the air, a little too hard, and Stewart comes down with the
Here
rebound.
comes Davion. Now let me take a look here. Did they settle into a 2-3? Sullivan County's now settled into a 2-3 zone. I apologize. That's why everybody has a foot in the paint.
And a substitution in the game. Jalen Thomas coming back into the game. And he's going to give Rubio a break.
So basically, Sullivan's saying beat us from the outside.
Yep. Rebounded by Carpenter.
That's a
Carpenter,
double dribble.
double dribble, yep. He says, what did I do? I think he forgot. That happens.
Yeah, they're high school kids, young kids playing a
You
game.
forget how old they are.
Sometimes we all got to take a breath and remember
Stewart, long three.
Well,
off
he
the
has
boards.
a nice form.
Schweitzer hauls another rebound for the Griffins.
There's a little bump by Keon, lays it go all the way to the rack.
Nobody
And
stepped
in.
up there. One-on-one, he took him right to the hole. Schweitzer has 7.
He absorbed that little bump and didn't let it deter him. He took it all the way to the rack. Newman will call a timeout.
Another full timeout by Neumann. 23-15, 3:34 to go in the half. We'll be right back. Fast Maz.
We want you to make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at Fast Maz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration. Softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
Fastmaz.com.
Fastmaz.com. Lift your knees. You gotta get your knees up. Come on, let's go.
You gotta be here.
All right, Jim, we're back here. 23-15. Griffins lead. 3:34 to go in the half.
Sullivan County coach Glenn Vaughn. Coat came off. He's ready to go now, and I think he's looking for a few more calls by the officials.
He's still talking over there. Over to Reed.
He does a great job preparing Sullivan County. Fundamental basketball.
Absolutely.
Nice pass into Keon. Keon up and in. Josiah Reed finds Keon underneath.
23-17. That's Thomas with the ball. Over to Carpenter. Carpenter over to Schweitzer. Trying to get the ball to Williams in the post, being guarded by Burkhalter. Schweitzer head fake, drives, dishes back out to Metzger. Metzger over to Thomas, top of the key. Good defense by Neumann.
Tremendous defense so far here tonight.
Williams cross, court pass to Metzger. Metzger beat him off the dribble, kicks it back to the corner. Schweitzer, another head fake. Back out to Thomas. No shots, Jim.
No, they're doing a great job defensively.
You got Davian a little bit up. Nice move underneath by Carpenter.
Oh, missed the bunny.
3 by Schweitzer. In and out. Rebounded. Excuse me, that was Metzger. Metzger again. And that ball is going to stay here. Very aggressive by Sullivan County on the boards, keeping it alive.
And Neumann, they need to finish the deal, playing great defense. They need to box out and secure the rebound. And when you asked where they're going to come up with the 21 points that David Hill usually contributes, well, they might not come up with them, but if they keep playing defense like this, they don't need to come up with 21 points.
They keep the score low.
Absolutely.
Jalen Thomas being guarded by Reed. Over to Carpenter. Sam Carpenter, 13.4 points a game for the senior. Schweitzer down, and there's a lot of contact again down there.
Coach Vaughn's getting a little excited over here. Good job by Keon. He played a little possum there. Stole the inbounds pass.
Burkhalter up ahead to Stewart. Stewart to Davion Hill behind his back. Hill pops the 3. No good, and that's over the backboard there. It'll go to Sullivan County. .148 to go in the half. 6-point lead, for the Griffins. They've led throughout. Neumann got on the board first with 3-0, and it's been all Sullivan County since.
Good defense by Josiah getting the passing lane there.
Schweitzer over to Williams, back to Rubio. Rubio back to Carpenter.
And again, Sullivan County will be disciplined when they need to be. They'll run the offense.
Schweitzer backs it out. Back to Rubio again. Here's Metzger. Drives hard off the glass. No good. Ball batted around. Palante comes out with it up ahead to Davion Hill. Hill looking to run. Hangs in the air. Draws the foul and the bucket.
Great job by Davion going up strong, absorbing the contact, keeping the ball in his left hand and finishing. He'll get a chance for a three-point play. Parlaney cleaned the mess up and got it out quick at the other end.
And Sullivan County has gone cold from the field.
Well, the defense is tremendous on Newman's end right now.
Davion at the line shooting 72% 40-year.
And Newman, believe me, at this point, Joe Clark's happy to turn this into a bump and grind game. And if it stays low scoring, he's good with that.
Missed the foul shot up ahead to Carpenter.
Oh,
Comes out
good
with the
move by
rebound.
Carpenter all the way to the rack.
Oh.
Didn't finish.
That's the third time he's beat his defender, and the third time the ball's come off the iron.
Oh,
Hill.
nice pass.
Perlanti down low.
Beautiful dish by Davion. Parlani finishes. Here we go the other way.
2-point game. Coach is yelling for timeout. Nobody heard him. That's Carpenter with the ball. The Metzger, long three from the corner. Round the rim and out. They can't buy a basket in the
Good
last
job.
couple minutes.
Keon sealed his man, went and got the basketball. Good job by Keon Burkholder.
Davion with the ball. 25 seconds to go in the half. 2-point lead. Hill
He got
jump,
fouled.
and they're going to call a block there on, I believe it's on 22, Jesse Williams.
Before the shot, Newman will trigger the inbound,
Substitute Riley King into the ball game.
which is always the good move by the coach in a situation like this when you're bringing it under basket to get your defense set.
Over to Stewart. Stewart back to Reed. 16 seconds, clock running.
I would have liked to seen Reed pull up and shoot that off that pick.
Back to Davion. Tries
Nice
to
pass.
Pass
Parlaney,
again, Perlanti
other side up,
squares
strong
himself
and in.
Tying all game, Jim. 5 seconds to go before the intermission. Ball in the corner to Metzger, and he lost it with 1.3 seconds to go. We're deadlocked at 23, and this crowd is really into it now.
That brought the Catholic Community Center alive, didn't it, Paul?
Absolutely. Over to Davion. Davion heaves it at the buzzer. We've played one half here at the Catholic Community Center. St. John Neumann, Sullivan County, deadlocked at 23. We'll be right back.
What's going on is behind the scenes, support system. Support system is a key.
Michael Adams started his business Second Chance Services 12 back in October when he got out of jail, but he said none of it would be possible without a support system.
I've been through some troubles in my time, so I came back, and this is the Second Chance's support system. Derek Rizzo really, supported me in this situation. My business is like debris removal, snow removal, trash removal. I'll move your house, I'll clean your house out, I'll move you to a different location, revamp your house, anything that deals with a truck or debris removal, anything removal or move to another place. That's me, I'm your guy. When my second chance came is when I got out and knew that I couldn't repeat that, be a repeat offender again. So I got out and got with Derek Rizzo, and he supported me and helped me get this business off the ground. My second chance was basically getting out and not repeating this as a offender or going back to selling drugs, so I had to pick up some type of income, some type of business, and this seemed like a lucrative business.
You talk about Rizzo, not just him as who he is, but like having that mentor, having that support, having something like that to fall back on. I mean, because I know in your past you had a couple of downfalls and there was nobody really there to help you, but having that support, what was that like for you?
He always been there for me, for years, always been there for supporting me, whether it be just talking to me financially, mentally, spiritually, he always been there for me. But just him being there this time, he told me, you're getting older now, if you continue to do what you've been doing, you'll die in the prison. So that was my start with him. He just always been focused. I mentored him a lot on some things, but he's just been there for me a lot spiritually and mentally. The bling bling and the glory that you see out there, the fast cars, the fast money, doesn't always work for you. It's going to catch up to you sooner or later. It might cause you death or probably an institution. So my word from him always would be is to seek a higher power, whether you be whatever religion you are, seek a higher power and focus on your family and getting yourself focused on being productive in society legally instead of trying to do the fast money way. It's never going to work.
When you were incarcerated, what was the support like in there? Was there any, I mean, did anybody try to like teach you a skill or try to motivate you or try to like help you not want to come back to this, or what was that like?
There's a lot of older guys in there to help you, try to lead you to the way, but I was an older guy and I was already incarcerated previously. So I knew what I had to do. You know, my family was always strongly supportive. They always was there for me, came to visit, you know, financially, but they always let me know because I was always a leader. I was always the alpha male. So I knew what I was doing, focusing on Christ. I would be out before I went in and did the things like still went to church, still tied, did the PTA meetings with the children and everything, but I was still doing my thing on the side. So I knew what I had to do. It's just me being even older, being hard-headed and thinking I still can manipulate the system, which it will catch up to you sooner or later.
In this business that you have, what does it mean to you? I mean, besides, I guess, bringing income.
I'm just happy, man, to have the LLCs and the contractors license, you know, for businesses. It's just happy to be legal, be sober, you know what I mean, don't use it no more. You know what I mean? It's just a great feeling to be happy and have support system. Mr. Mayor Butte been supportive. Rizzo, a lot of people have been very supportive of me. You know, Mr. McQuillan, Tom McQuillan, a lot of people have been really supportive. And just to be legally and not have to look over your shoulder and be positive and sober is just a great thing now.
Mr. Rizzo came to me and said, look, I have an individual that I've known a long time that I want to mentor, and can you help us out? Do you have work for him? And I said, I will certainly work to try to put my role into it in terms of helping him find work as a private business person. When a person like Michael is working, he's not drawing taxes down from the system and services. He's contributing taxes to the system. He's being a role model for our youth in the community. And probably the most important thing of all that oftentimes doesn't get mentioned is that when we mentor someone like Michael and he's self-employed the way he is, he's able to be there for his daughter. And what Michael also does is he gives us a desperate need that we have for a workforce in rural Pennsylvania. One of the biggest impediments to economic growth in rural Pennsylvania is that we don't have a workforce. Sometimes we don't recognize that the support is there, whether it's a loving family, a wife, a husband, a significant other. We don't always recognize it, but the reality is we all have supports. We all stand on the shoulders of other people. Michael is someday going to be the person that people are going to stand on his shoulders, because when they come out of prison, he's going to be able to talk to them and he's going to be able to work with them and mentor them. So we're investing in ourselves, we're investing in our community when we invest in Michael.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a fourth-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces. It's everything for us. Visit Van Campen and see what over 70 years of care looks like.
Sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at FastMaz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration, softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
Fastmaz.com.
Fastmaz.com. Lift your knees. You gotta get your knees up. Come on, let's go.
You gotta be here.
Have you recently been declined for a mortgage pre-approval by your local bank? Why not give me a call for a second look? Not all lenders are created equal, and not all banks offer the same programs. One bank may require a 640 credit score and another one only a 580. Some banks require 20% down, and others have 0% programs available. At Prime Lending, I have a wide variety of programs available. I also have 17 years of experience putting people into homes in Lycoming County. Give me a call and you can be next.
All right, we're back here at the half with Doc Massey. Doc, we are deadlocked at 23 here. The first quarter was up and down the court. It was 18-11. Sullivan County led, but the 12-5 second quarter deadlocked this game at 23. And I know you told me when we were off the air, Sullivan County shot 2 of 16 from the field in that second quarter. And Coach Clark preaches defense. He has to be happy about that.
Yeah, and Newman's improved defensively in the last few games. They were really struggling there for a while, but tonight it's definitely kept them in the game, and they need it on a night like tonight where you don't have David Hill here. So that, and they got some transition buckets there. Davion fed Malachi a couple times there, so that's what they got to do. They got to try to play their type of game and not play Sullivan's game.
Yeah, and Sullivan has a couple bigger kids inside, but from what I saw the first half, they don't want to bang around. They're more of a finesse team. Jesse Williams, a big kid, about 6'7". He's shying away from a lot of Malachi's in there, so I'd be shying away too.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
But they're trying to shy away from contact. They've been shooting a lot from the outside, and the first quarter they were going. The second quarter they weren't. For Neumann, Davion Hill leads them with 7 points. Malachi also 7, and Burkhalter with 6. And like I said, it's big to pick up those 21 points that David Hill would have, and he's out with an injury. For Sullivan County, Metzger, the captain, 8 points. Schweitzer, 7. Who else had anything for Sullivan County? Anybody else?
Sam Carpenter's having an off shooting night, but he's got 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And Williams, we talked about him. He's got 5 rebounds.
Yeah, he's getting the boards.
Yeah, I think he's kind of raw. I don't think he understands that how dangerous he can be in the post, because I think he could be a game changer for them.
And I was watching him in warm-up shoot. I mean, he has a nice touch from the baseline and some nice moves inside. He's putting, from what I've seen the first half so far, and first time I've seen the young man, he's putting the ball on the floor a lot more than he should.
Yeah,
he's 6'7" with his arms. He's probably about 8 foot tall up there. He can lay it in over the crowd. But like I said, I think he's going to have to be more involved here. For Neumann, they got to push the tempo, and they got to figure out. They're just off on their offense. It was a very sloppy second quarter. And like I said, they just got to figure things out.
Yeah, I mean, and I think from Newman's perspective, the way they ended the half was really important. They close on an 8-0 run. And I think Sullivan, has to feel a little demoralized because it felt like they dominated most of the first half, and you look at the scoreboard and you're tied.
Right.
So I think Neumann has to feel really fortunate that this game's tied right now.
Yeah.
And I think they got into a little bit of what they want to do there in that last minute or so. And I think that's what it comes down to. If you can keep Neumann in a half, I don't think it's any secret. If you make Neumann play a half-court game, that's not their bread and butter.
Right.
And that's definitely what Sullivan's trying to do.
And Sullivan's playing, I think they counted 9 players that they played in and out of this game. They're really deep on their bench.
Yep.
And I think the first 2 minutes of the second half will tell the tale of this game. That is very, very crucial, I think, here. Sullivan County has to get back to what they did to have that 18-11 lead early in the first quarter. They've got to shoot better from the field, obviously, and they got to keep Neumann in that half-court game, and I think they could be right with it at the end. But like I said, anyway, after 16 minutes of play, it's 23-23, and, it's anybody's ball game here, a huge, huge game. Neumann comes in at 14-2, Sullivan County at 14-3, so it's a huge game. A lot different from the 83-78 game we saw first game.
I would rather have a game like that than this. And, maybe obviously we're not going to hit that, but hopefully at least the second half picks up, and hopefully we can get into the 50s and maybe the 60s.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the lower scoring the game is tonight, and this is weird to say with Neumann, it probably benefits them without David Hill the longer the scores kept down.
Yeah, I think and they've got to rely on their defense a lot more than they usually do without all that firepower there. So the fact that Newman's tied, I mean, if they somehow are able to win this game, I think that's a huge feather in their cap to beat a great team like Sullivan without one of your best players and one of your captains.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, we got about a minute to go before the third period starts. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after a word from Blaze Alexander.
Start the new year with amazing savings from Blaze Alexander Kia. Right now, you can save up to $9,000 off MSRP. Blaze Alexander Kia is offering rates as low as 0% for 72 months or even 2.9% for 84 months. We'll keep you covered the entire decade with the best warranty on the market. That's right, you're covered for 10 years or 100,000 miles on any new Kia. Whatever your credit situation, our team can help you find the vehicle you need at the payment you can afford. Make the most of every mile and take the trip up the creek to Alexander Kia in Williamsport, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
There's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a fourth-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces.
All right, Jim, we're back here, and I know you say it all the time, the first 2 minutes of a half are very crucial, and tonight is no different.
Absolutely. Great defense by Neumann there, and they're going to open with the ball and try to get it going here.
And like Chris said at the half, Doc said, you know, Sullivan County has to feel demoralized. They dominated this game, and the game's tied.
Absolutely.
And Neumann closed the half on an 8-0 run. And Davion hangs in the air, ball bouncing around, and it'll stay here with the Knights. But Neumann closed on an 8-0 run, 2 for 16 shooting in that second quarter for the Griffins.
Good inbounds to Parlaney. Josiah Reed lines it up, lets it fly.
Off the back iron, no good, bouncing around. Good rebound by Burkhalter at the doorstep. Hard off the window and another rebound by Williams.
Maybe it's a basket at this end, huh?
Oh, Schweitzer, big jump stop in the lane, missed the peeper there. Back to Metzger. Metzger back to Carpenter. Carpenter kicks it to the corner. Over to Thomas.
Oh,
Thomas.
there's a travel.
And another turnover here. 7:17 to go, just underway, third quarter. Low-scoring game, 23-all.
I think it's important for Neumann, for momentum's sake, to get a lead here. They haven't had a lead since, I think, the first basket of the game.
Yeah, 3-0, yep.
And I don't think they can fall behind again and have the energy to come back.
No, it takes a lot. We talked about that with Loyal Sock a lot. All these teams, they come back. It takes a lot of energy to come back. And Carpenter comes down with the loose ball.
Like I said, maybe there's a lid on the basket at that end to our right.
Carpenter again short on that. Drives baseline, no foul.
Davian on the run out off his knee. It'll probably going to go to Sullivan County.
And it did. I think he did hit that off his knee on the way up. And it's going to be Sullivan County ball. And not a good start to the third quarter for either team. Thomas running, no good. Burkhalter cleans the glass. Over to Hill. Hill up ahead to Reed. Reed weaving around in traffic. Cross court pass to Burkhalter, swings it to the top of the key to Hill. Hill back to Burkhalter. Back over to Reed, over to Hill. Hill, long three, hard off the iron. Tipped around and rebounded in the hands of Schweitzer.
Good job by Schweitzer. They're fighting for the ball.
Schweitzer caught, that could have been a walk there. Long three by Cam Carpenter, and he hits it. Sam Carpenter, and he's had an off night shooting. He's been dishing the ball, had 3 assists in the first half.
Did a good job lining up, following through, and nothing but net.
26-23, Griffins lead. Over to Palante. Reed, long three, that's off. Burkhalter hauls another board. Back to Reed, he'll shoot it again. He counted.
Bang. Great job by Josiah Reed, and we've talked about it tonight. He needs to come up big without David Hill in the lineup.
We're tied at 26. That's the second three-pointer for Josiah. Ball into Williams. Williams being trapped. He stepped on the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover.
Good double team there by Burkhalter and Amos on the baseline and forces the turnover. The big fella's got to learn to keep the ball up high and not put it down on the floor.
Palante, jumper from the baseline, no good. Rebounded by Carpenter. Carpenter comes down with the ball across the timeline, going from right to left on your screen. On the baseline, Schweitzer hits it. Alex Schweitzer has 9.
Lost start of the mid-range jump shot. Nice job from about 14 feet there.
28-26. Hill with the ball, over to the left wing to Burkhalter. Burkhalter, jumper from the top of the key, hard off the iron, rebound Hill. Hill in traffic, one-handed again. You're right, Jim, I think it is that basket.
That basket's got a lid on it. Maybe we'll send Massey down there to take it off. What do you think? Chris Massey keeps stats and everything. We'll have to see what the percentage is to the basket to our right here by both teams tonight.
I'll tell you, I don't know how anybody can read that sheet. Only Doc can. It looks like a cave painting.
Nice pass in the post. Parlaney again.
Good defense again by Schweitzer.
One too many dribbles.
Oh, up ahead to Metzger. Oh, he just threw him off the thing. Malachi had enough.
Oh, wow, we're going the other way. That's going to excite the Sullivan County fans.
I'll tell you what, they better settle this down there. Big Malachi just threw Schweitzer halfway across the gym, but the officials didn't see it. I don't mean to laugh, but wow.
I see nothing. All the way to the basket, left hand, no good, draws the foul.
Let's reset things here, Jim. 4:21 to go in the third, 28-26. Sullivan County wins. This game's getting chippy.
And Davion Hill a little off tonight shooting. He needs to take his time here, calm down and sink these.
When he's been driving to the basket, he's been drawing the foul. The
Definitely.
outside shot is not there tonight for him.
And Sullivan County's done a great job of keeping him from getting all the way to the basket. So.
Yeah, absolutely. First one on its way is good for Davion. He has 8, I believe. Good rotation on the ball.
Coach Glenn Vaughn here's letting the official have it.
Second one is good. We're tied again at 28.
And that's exactly what he needed to do. Slow himself down. It becomes a mental game at the foul line. Take your time, and we got a tie ball game.
Over to Jalen Thomas. Thomas looking to go baseline. Thomas pulls up.
Oh, wow.
No foul
Wild
again.
shot.
A lot of contact again. Here comes Hill running. Behind his back, poked away by Carpenter. Davion shaking, drives in the lane, one-handed up and in.
Beautiful. All the way to the hoop, the lefty and in.
Newman leads 30-28.
Think they'll ever figure out he's left-handed, Paul?
I don't think so. Over to Thomas. Thomas looking to reset. Over to Schweitzer. He has it if he wants it. Being guarded by Malachi. Back to Carpenter. Carpenter over to Metzger. Metzger threw it away. He had Thomas cutting to the hole.
If I was a football coach and I watched Malachi Parlaney play basketball and how athletic he is on his feet, I'd get him into college and I'd make one heck of a pulling guard out of him.
Absolutely, very active. 31 to go in the third here. I had a little misthought there. 30-28. Newman with their first lead of the game. I was listening to the coach over here who's still going at it with the referee.
I was listening in too. But back to Malachi, I mean, it amazes me how light. He's a big fella.
Oh, yeah.
How light he plays.
And like I said, good on the foul line and a tremendous athlete. Super nice kid.
Great kid.
Super nice kid. So what do you think Coach Vaughn is telling them, Jim? PG version.
Yeah, well, what I would tell my kids is, hey, they're getting away with it. Let's us play to that level and just scrap and scrape. I mean, I'm sure he's telling them to keep playing hard, keep doing our thing, and it'll pay off.
Davion's starting to take over in this game here, and he has to score. Someone else has have to step up, though, for St. John to give him a little bit of help. Stewart, jumper, top of the key, around the rim and out. Ball batted around, and it'll go to the Griffins.
Good hustle by Stewart, following his shot, but didn't quite pull it off before it got out of bounds.
You talk about the mid-range jumper being a lost art. Following your shot's a lost art.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Carpenter with the ball across the timeline. Left-handed dribble. Now over to Thomas. Thomas, quick first step there. Backs out to Metzger.
Oh, there's a foul. They got Burkholder roughing the big fella up a little inside there with the reach.
That's his first foul. First foul and a half for Neumann. And Sullivan County will inbound under their own basket.
Again, the effort by Neumann on defense has been tremendous, the man, and the help defense.
Carpenter back to Metzger. Metzger, long three. That's short. Rebounded by Stewart. Up ahead to Davion. Davion looking to run. Off the back iron, and Williams pulls down another board. Up ahead to Thomas.
Oh, there's a travel.
Definitely a travel. Sets it back over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer drives baseline, and he's bumped by Amos. That's going to be 3 on him.
Amos with a little action down low, bumping him towards the baseline.
I'll tell you what I've noticed with this officiating crew, if you're going baseline and you get hit, they're calling the foul, but down the middle when there's a lot of contact, they're letting them play. So maybe Coach Vaughn noticed that also when they're driving baseline the last 2 times down the court.
Could be. You'll never hear me complain about a little bump and grind.
No, absolutely.
I like when they let them play.
Thomas gets away with a little push off there, over to Carpenter.
Good move.
Oh, nice move. Carpenter hangs in the air,
gorgeous.
And the bucket drops. You talk about senior leadership. Sam Carpenter, one of the captains here on this team, averaging 13.4 a game. He's going to the line, a 76% free throw shooter for the year, and trying to put Sullivan County ahead.
Sullivan County needed that right then and there, and great job, I always say, absorbing the harm and kept the ball in his left hand and finished strong.
He will shoot one, trying to convert the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and he hits it.
We got ourselves a good one here.
Absolutely. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, 31-30, a lot lower scoring than we thought. A good, nice pass to Malachi. Malachi on the block. Puts his head down like a bulldozer. Burkhalter hard off the window, up and in.
Good job by Keon cleaning up the mess.
And Keon is stepping up in the absence of David Hill. Over to Carpenter, nice head fake. Beats him off the dribble, ball comes out.
Burkhalter with help created the miss. Davion on the run out all the way to the basket, left hand finger rolling in. Here we go the other way. Carpenter off the dribble, left wing. Back to Carpenter. Carpenter 3 on the way.
Nope. Ball tipped around, and it's going to be Neumann ball. There's a little bit of a run there, Jim, for Neumann.
I'm not going to say this is great basketball, but it's definitely entertaining.
Absolutely. Davion Hill looking, you can see mouth open as he's coming up the court. Fatigue's definitely starting to set in here. 34-31, 1 minute, 20 seconds to go in the third.
Nice pass into the post.
Burkhalter posted up, doubled. A lot of contact again.
That's going to be a push. Burkhalter, we're going to go the other way.
They called an offensive foul on that. And Coach Clark is not happy. He is really giving it to this official here.
I missed what happened first, but Keon definitely let him have it and got caught. I think what Coach Clark's saying, there was an elbow before that, but I did not see that.
Well, he put the towel in his mouth, Alan Tark. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. We've all been there, Jim. That's Jalen Thomas with the ball, top of the key to Schweitzer. A lot of contact again. Kicks it in the corner. Rubio, 3 on the way. Missed everything. Reed comes down with the rebound.
Davion on the run out.
Up Amos underneath and a foul on Parrish.
Good job by Amos, giving him good minutes.
Neumann will go to the line to shoot 2. 34-31, 44 seconds to go in the third. Neumann leads.
This is the kind of game, Paul, at halftime I would have issued mouthpieces to my team.
First one is short. And Neumann hasn't been great from the line this season. Coach Clark still in the official's ear here.
Well, whatever happened there before happened right in front of him. We didn't see it. We were
far away.
Yeah.
Second one is good.
Good job. Burkhalter back in.
4-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for Neumann.
Amos takes a little break. 44.4 to go here in the third.
Sullivan County has got to get a good shot here.
Well, I'd be looking for Carpenter, creating a shot for Carpenter. I don't know if I'd have the ball in his hands right now. I'd try to get him on a wing.
He slid his feet there. Nice head fake by Jalen Thomas. He is hacked in the act on the baseline again, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's a good little tell you picked up. They do get the foul going to the baseline, don't they?
Every time they've got it. Jalen shooting 57% on the year from the line. First one up and good. He made that look easy.
He didn't waste any time getting it up there.
Oh, no, quick. He got a quick release. 35-32. Second one up, and that is good. 35-33, final 28 ticks of the third quarter, clock running. See if Neumann holds for one here. Davion trying to beat him off the dribble. One hand, that's short. Ball batted around. And who else comes down with it but Carpenter? Carpenter drives to the basket himself. Up and in. Nice take by the captain.
Good job by Carpenter all the way to the rim. We're going the other way. Davion's 5 seconds. I don't think he knows how much time there's left.
He definitely doesn't know how much time's left. He shot a long three at the horn, hits the stanchion. We'll go to the fourth again. Nothing has changed. We're deadlocked at 35. We'll be right back.
Start the new year with amazing savings from Blaze Alexander Kia. Right now, you can save up to $9,000 off MSRP. Blaze Alexander Kia is offering rates as low as 0% for 72 months, or even 2.9% for 84 months. We'll keep you covered the entire decade with the best warranty on the market. That's right, you're covered for 10 years or 100,000 miles on any new Kia. Whatever your credit situation, our team can help you find the vehicle you need at the payment you can afford. Make the most of every mile and take the trip up the creek to Alexander Kia in Williamsport, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
Family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyal Sock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williams.
All right, we're back here, Jim. Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train, blaring over the speakers here, and this has been a crazy game.
Absolutely. I was going to say quite fitting.
35-35, and it's not even Friday the 13th. But I'll tell you what, this has been back and forth, game of runs. 13-13 that quarter. 12-12, excuse me, that quarter. My math was a little off, but we're deadlocked at 35 anyway. Final 8 minutes. We'll see how it goes.
I'll make you a prediction, Paul. Whoever scores the most points this quarter will win.
What do we got there?
I couldn't see it. I was obstructed. We had to travel.
Tell the travel. Davion Hill now across the timeline. Over to Reed.
I would have liked to seen him come off that and fire.
Yep. Reed to Stewart. Stewart drives baseline. Mid-range jumper by Burkhalter around the rim and out again. Another rebound for Williams. Williams ahead to Schweitzer. Schweitzer kicks it back to Jalen Thomas. Nice head fake. Thomas goes baseline. Kicks it over to Metzger. He's been cold the second half, and Hill comes down with the rebound. Davion looking to run. Gives it up to Foreman.
Oh.
A little too far under the basket, Jim.
Yep.
And Sullivan County comes down with the loose ball. They got numbers if they want it. Schweitzer going to go baseline.
Good hands there.
Away. Ball coming up. Metzger tips it around, and this malfunction at the junction there. A little collision. Davion hangs in the air, and he'll go to the line.
I don't even want to try to call that action, Paul. I'll let
that was a cross between professional wrestling, roller derby, and rugby, all in one possession there.
Davion ends up cleaning up the mess, getting to the foul line. Important foul shots here. Tied at 35, 6:55 to go in the fourth.
Hill's first one up is good. And Carpenter back into the game for the Griffins. Davion's second one is good. 37-35. 6:52 to go, clock running.
Important possession for Sullivan right here.
Yeah, they have not got many good shots since the first quarter. Thomas tries all good move, hung in the air, gets the bounce, it does not go in.
Great job by Malachi tipping it out. And away we go, Davion top of the circle.
Poked away and it's going to be staying here with the Knights.
I agree with what you said earlier. Davion looks tired. He looks a little winded.
Yeah, you can see. How many does he have tonight?
15. He has 15, yep.
37-35, Burkhalter with the ball on the left wing. Burkhalter, big jump stop, kicks it back to Stewart. Stewart, long three, that's no good. Tipped around, and Jalen Thomas comes down. Up ahead to Carpenter. Metzger has got to get some heat here for
nice job
Sullivan
by Carpenter.
County. Carpenter hangs in the air.
Little running one-legger, hang in the air and put it in. Little Larry Bird action.
And Sam's playing really well the second half. The first half he was distributing, and now he's scoring. Leading scorer on this team, averaging 13 a game.
Tied at 37's Keon off the baseline. Nice jumper.
Pretty shot by Burkhalter.
Came up from the baseline to the foul line, made a nice series and jump shot.
39-37, Neumann leads, 5:40 to go in the game. Jalen Thomas, crowd chanting defense. Thomas looks to pull back to Metzger. Metzger tries to go a little pass, give and go. Inside with Williams, can't handle it. Here comes Hill. 2-on-1 break. Foreman back to Hill and up and in.
I would have liked to see him go up, but it all worked out. Davion gets the two. Now here we go the other way.
Yeah, Stewart got his feet tangled up. He got his feet tangled up in there. You got to go hard up there. Schweitzer underneath, and this time he'll go to the line. Alex Schweitzer draws the foul in a heap of bodies.
What's the Deadpool line you use?
Let the bodies hit the floor.
And they definitely are under there.
Schweitzer going to the line. 41-37, 5:07 to go in this one. We've seen a little bit of it all here, Jim.
We definitely, right from the get-go when the lights went out.
Yeah.
Or I should say when they wouldn't come back on.
That's short. First one is short. 4-point Neumann lead. Amos coming back into the game, giving Keon a break. Keon's played well tonight.
Did a great job so far tonight. And Coach Clark's got to just be tickled pink with how his team's playing on the defensive end.
Second one is on its way, and it is in. 41-38, 3-point lead for Neumann. 5 minutes even to play, Jim.
I think it's important. Neumann needs to value their possessions a little more, get a better shot here.
Amos looks to set the screen, comes off it, gets the ball, trapped down at the bottom, over to Stewart. Stewart back to Reed, up to Davion, top of the key. Davion spinning in traffic.
How did he get through there?
Went through three guys.
Great spin move, left hand and in.
5-point lead now. Carpenter trying to go baseline, poked away.
Great job, Davion.
Back to Hill.
Another athletic play, reaching behind for the pass.
Hill's
putting on a show.
He's definitely put on a show.
Oh, and it goes in.
Up and in. That's
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
4 minutes, 20 seconds to go, and a timeout on the floor. Full timeout by the Griffins.
I'm going to stand up and give the young man a hand for that. That was an amazing sequence there.
45-38. We'll be right back. FastMaz.com.
We want you to make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at FastMaz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg acceleration. Softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
FastMaz.com.
FastMaz.com. Lift your knees, you gotta get your knees.
All right, we're back here, Jim. Davion Hill putting on a show, a game-high 21 points for the Golden Knights, and that was amazing.
That was some sequence there, Davion, on both ends of the floor and the moves he made. The best player did, and I don't know if they caught it on camera, he made a left-handed catch behind his back on a bad pass before he even got going. That was just an amazing athletic play.
And then we hit R on the controller, and he put it on spin cycle.
Yes, he did. Oh, there's a bump by Malachi. Oh, this is getting good.
I'm ready to get in my wrestling gear here.
They're going to get that one.
I'll tell you what.
They got the foul on Davion reaching around. It'll create a one-on-one opportunity for Sullivan County. And of course, Coach Vaughn might have a good reason to be complaining here a little bit to our left, but
I agree on that. Carpenter on the line, 76% shooter. First one up is hard. Ball bats around. Burkholder comes down with it. Ball stolen by Jalen Thomas. Oh, Schweitzer missed the easy.
Oh, Burkholder on the ball. No, it was Amos with a great block. Great hustle by the Neumann Knights to get the ball back.
There's a lot of bumping here.
They're going to get a blocking foul there.
45-38, 3:46 to go. And this, wow, we're seeing.
Coach Vaughn encouraging them to fight, come on, I agree with him. Just, they got to tough it out.
7-point lead, 3:43 to go, and I agree with you here, Jim. They got to value their possessions here.
Yes.
They're up by 7. There's no 7-point play.
Oh, a little left-hand floater and in. Davion creates a little space there, and he's on fire right now.
He's got 23, and he's taken over. Schweitzer underneath with the trees, throws it away.
Josiah with the steal. He got fouled 3 times. They're not going to call it, though. Stewart on the run out all the way to the basket up.
That's an offensive foul there.
Good call by the official.
Yeah, that was a good call. Coach Clark doesn't like it, but I believe that's the right call. And I don't believe the student body likes it either, as a hose of booze comes down over to the
Give us a reset, Paul.
Let's reset things. 3:17 to go. 47-38 Neumann leads here late in the fourth quarter. And Davion Hill has been on fire with 23 points on the game. He's just taken over, Jim, in the fourth quarter.
Been having an amazing fourth quarter.
We saw Saturday David Hill took over in the third quarter. Davion's taken over in the fourth.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, Sullivan County, what I noticed from the beginning, Schweitzer 3, in and out. Down goes Williams.
Davion with the rebound to bring it up. We're under 3 minutes.
And there's Coach Clark is telling them to back it out and slow it down.
He's got a pick coming backside if he wants it.
Well, he's feeling it there, but that one went around the rim. That was not a good shot.
No, Coach Clark didn't like that, but I mean, that's the upside of Davion. You just got to let him flow.
Metzger 3, short. He's still not found his rhythm this whole second half. And one thing I've noticed about Sullivan, they do not like to bang around. They're more of a finesse team.
Absolutely, and
they just don't have the size.
This game definitely shades towards Neumann with them allowing them to be physical with the refs. And like I always say, I would sooner see this than tic-tac fouls.
Yeah, Jesse.
I understand Coach Vaughn's frustration, though.
Timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. We're going to take a quick 30-second break from Dolly's Diner. We'll be right back. 47-39, 2:31 to go.
Family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's, Loyal Sock, behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs coffee and peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
All right, Jim, we're back. Let's try to reset things again. 2:31 to go, 47-38. Jesse Williams on the line, shooting 60% for the year for the Griffins.
Coach Clark was very animated about getting that timeout. The officials didn't see him, and he made sure they did, Paul.
And Sullivan County has 3 points the whole quarter, and that's hard off the glass.
Good job, Malachi, clean rebound. Great, again, I just can't stress how good the defense has been by the Neumann Knights tonight.
And Neumann on a 12-3 run here in the fourth quarter. Over to Reed. They slow it down a little bit, play a little keep away. I know it's not their style, but that takes some time off the clock, only up 7.
Nice pass, no look. Stewart up and in.
That's a big bucket, puts them up 11. Over to Williams. Williams spin move down low.
Oh, great steal, Davion.
Picked his pocket. He's taking this one to the hole. Up and in.
All the way with the right hand on the run out.
We're under 2 minutes to play. Neumann pulling away.
Neumann by 13, Paul.
Davion, I believe, has 25 now. Over to Metzger. Schweitzer, long three. Count it.
Bang.
And a timeout, a quick timeout. 10-point lead.
30-second, or full timeout.
Full timeout. We're going to take a break also. 60-second timeout. We'll be right back. Blaze Alexander.
The new year with amazing savings from Blaze Alexander Kia. Right now, you can save up to $9,000 off MSRP. Blaze Alexander Kia is offering rates as low as 0% for 72 months, or even 2.9% for 84 months. We'll keep you covered the entire decade with the best warranty on the market. That's right, you're covered for 10 years or 100,000 miles on any new Kia. Whatever your credit situation, our team can help you find the vehicle you need at the payment you can afford. Make the most of every mile and take the trip up the creek to Alexander Kia in Williamsport, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a fourth-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition.
All right, we're back here, Jim. 10-point lead for Neumann. Got to say hello to Carl, who listens to every game. Big Carl Eisworth, big fan of WebWeeklyLive.com, and I know he's always listening. Carl, the Montgomery graduate, he listened to the old shoe game the night we did that.
Fantastic. Tip of the Webb Weekly cap to Carl. We'll have to get him a Webb Weekly cap.
We'll have to get him a Webb Weekly hat, yep. Carl, let us know. Get your address over to me. We'll get you a Webb Weekly hat.
Oh, geez.
Anyway, back to the game here. 1:29 to go, and Hill lost it. That's off his they're going to say it stays here with Neumann. That was right in front of us here.
I had the ball there, Paul, for a second.
Should have shot it. Over to Stewart.
Coach Clark said to hold the ball for a better shot.
1:23
nice
to go.
Pass.
Pass Malachi, spin
move.
Beautiful. Off the window, up and in.
Key on to Malachi on the spin move and in. 12-point lead for Neumann.
Carpenter with the ball. Dribbling around, over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer's, they're going to call it jump ball now.
That might make Coach Vaughn explode here.
Well, his face is as red as the jerseys on the Griffins, I can tell you that. Davion with the ball up ahead to Reed. They're looking to foul here. Big Malachi bounce pass underneath to Burkhalter, and
I didn't see what happened. I was shielded.
They called up and down on that.
Yeah, I think they called a travel. So we got under a minute. We got a 12-point night lead.
Fans are getting rowdy
it's
here.
Chippy. It's getting chippy in the Athletic Community Center.
That's Carpenter over to Metzger. Metzger long three around the rim and out. Poor kid can't buy a shot this second half.
He started out well, but it hasn't been a good
Schweitzer
second half.
again hits
job.
the three.
9-point lead.
38 seconds to go. Clock running. They've got a foul. And there's a foul there. Jalen Thomas with the hold.
I imagine, Paul, this is how basketball looks over in Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
No offense to the Mount Carmel fans.
No, but they love their basketball in Shamokin.
They like to rough it up. They would be happy with an efficient crew like this over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But if Shamokin and Mount Carmel play, they might turn into an all-out.
Well, they do play. I'm not sure when they play.
But a game like this.
Yeah, we would have to. 1-1 now. 53-44. We saw Shamokin earlier in the year against Loyalsock. Very good fundamental team. They came up short, but really strong team.
Yeah, I listened to that game. Things got chippy that game against Loyalsock.
Yeah, it did towards the end. And I know Doc Massey said they were playing Danville. They were losing to Danville, to the Ironman after 3 quarters. And it's a final now. They lost the game. But Danville's very strong, too. We saw them, Jim, earlier in the year. Always a good ball club.
Davion continues with an unbelievable second half. Fourth quarter. 10-point lead. We'll get a timeout here. 30.7 left.
We'll keep it right here. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. 10-point lead. Sullivan County battled hard, but I'll tell you what, Neumann, hats off to them tonight without their leading scorer. One of their leading scorers, David Hill. Keon Burkholter played a fantastic game. Perlanti played a fantastic game. And when your starters are out, you said it, Jim, come playoff time, if that happens, someone else has got to step up. It's man up, whoever's next.
Next man up, and it's definitely been that tonight. And somewhere along the way, I made the comment that you don't make up 20 points a game from your score, but if you play great defense, you can hold the other team. And that's basically what's happened here. The defensive effort by Neumann has just been fantastic. And I mean, I know what Coach Vaughn would say, that the officiating's helped out a little bit. They have been all over the floor.
Yeah, they played a really, really good defensive game. And like I said, Saturday they turned the screws in, too, on the defense, too, that second half in that 74-54 win over Muncie. And Davion just keeps piling up the points in this fourth quarter. Ball to us, Jim. Over the scorer's table. I'm only about 5'9". I need to be 6'4" to catch that one.
And they'll go back over to Neumann. Definitely the game's in hand now, 10-point lead. But I got to tip my hat to what a great effort tonight to step up without David Hill.
Absolutely. A fun team. Hopefully we'll get to see them later during the year. There's you talk about unselfish.
Oh, beautiful.
Davion could have put that in himself. He gave it to Malachi. Talk about unselfish there. Long three by Schweitzer. Count it again. And another timeout. Yep. 12 seconds to go. 30-second timeout.
How many do we have for Davion now? 26 for Davion. And he's joined in double figures. Keon Burkholder, I believe, now has 12. Keon Burkholder has 12. 10. And did Parlaney get to double figures? Yeah. Very entertaining game at the Cathletic Community Center. Forgive me for getting some stats from Chris Massey here, but Sullivan County's got to sort of feel snake bit. The way they came out, it seemed like they should be up by a lot more, and then it just slipped away.
Yeah, I thought that Neumann was going to be battling back the whole game, and I was really worried for their sake there.
Oh, there's
as far as even coming back there, not having the scorers, but they battled back, and good teams find a way to win. They say the cream always rises to the top, and it has tonight.
Davion will go to the line here, one-on-one, add to his stat line.
And you said 26 for Davion?
Yes.
We're going to add to it. Davion at the line. First one is up short. Rebounded by Carpenter. Carpenter up ahead to Metzger. Over to Schweitzer in the corner. Back to Metzger. Long three. In and out. And there's your horn. It's a final score here at Neumann, 56-47. The Golden Knights win it. And they go to 15-2, Jim.
Great team effort by Neumann tonight. And of course they got Davion Hill.
Absolutely.
So, good ball game. They're shaking hands. That's the way every ball game should end. It was definitely highly contested and chippy, but overall, exactly what Neumann needed. They got a bump and grind game. They played great defense, and without David Hill, they come out with a 9-point win.
And a win's a win. We'll take it, right?
Absolutely.
We have another game, Jim, coming up on Saturday night. We'll be at Sauk, and it's Sauk against Central Columbia. It was a great game the first time they played. We did that game down in Central, and now it's the home-and-home series, and we will have that game on Saturday night.
Be a good matchup. Sauk's had a great run of games lately. That should be another one.
Yep, Sauk at 17-0.
So why don't we take a commercial break? We'll grab Coach Clark, and we'll come back.
All right, we'll be right back. FastMaz.com.
Make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at FastMaz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration. Softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
FastMaz.com. gotta be here.
Family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyal Sock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
The new year with amazing savings from Blaze Alexander Kia. Right now, you can save up to $9,000 off MSRP. Blaze Alexander Kia is offering rates as low as 0% for 72 months, or even 2.9% for 84 months. We'll keep you covered the entire decade with the best warranty on the market. That's right, you're covered for 10 years or 100,000 miles on any new Kia. Whatever your credit situation, our team can help you find the vehicle you need at the payment you can afford. Make the most of every mile and take the trip up the creek to Alexander Kia in Williamsport, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
We're back here at St. John Neumann. I'm here with Davion Hill. I call you the fantastic freshman.
Yep.
Your brother was out, ankle injury. It was time for you to step up. Hey, those freshman years go by quick.
Yes.
You should be a senior now with all the mileage you have on your body. What does that mean to you? 26 points. You led this team. It was tough.
Yeah, we came out struggling in the first half. Went in the locker room, regrouped everything, came out and fought at the second half.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, defense. I know Coach Clark always stresses defense, and tonight you turned up the intensity. A 2 for 16 from the field shooting performance from Sullivan County in that second quarter, and we attribute to you and Keon and Malachi really turning up the defense in that second quarter, and that's what turned the game around. We were tied at half, we were tied at the end of the third, and in the fourth quarter, you just took over.
Yes. We had to step up our defense. We were slacking in the first half. Came out, we knew that's how we were going to stop them and put them away, so we just came out and did our jobs.
Well, Coach Webb stood up on that play where you spun there. I said we put you on spin cycle. It was like playing Madden as you kept spinning to the hole and laid it in there. But I'll tell you what, fantastic game. Congratulations. Always a class act. Davion Hill, 26 points. We'll be right back after this.
Start the new year with amazing savings from Blaze Alexander Kia. Right now, you can save up to $9,000 off MSRP. Blaze Alexander Kia is offering rates as low as 0% for 72 months, or even 2.9% for 84 months. We'll keep you covered the entire decade with the best warranty on the market. That's right, you're covered for 10 years or 100,000 miles on any new Kia. Whatever your credit situation, our team can help you find the vehicle you need at the payment you can afford. Make the most of every mile and take the trip up the creek to Alexander Kia in Williamsport, where you'll find the lowest price guaranteed.
Family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyal Sock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
Recently been declined for a mortgage pre-approval by your local bank? Why not give me a call for a second look? Not all lenders are created equal, and not all banks offer the same programs. One bank may require a 640 credit score and another one only a 580. Some banks require 20% down, and others have 0% programs available. At Prime Lending, I have a wide variety of programs available. I also have 17 years of experience putting people into homes in Lycoming County. Give me a call and you can be next.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a 4th-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces. It's everything for us. Visit Van Campen and see what over 70 years of care looks
like. Back with Neumann head coach Joe Clark. What a ball game tonight.
Oh, you know, it's always a battle when we play these guys. It's so much fun. Good night here tonight at the CCC.
And it was hopping in here tonight, just an electric atmosphere.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing I complimented your team on throughout the game was the defensive effort.
Yeah. we're getting better at it. They're starting to buy into it now.
Straight up man, bodies hitting the floor, and great help defense.
Great help defense, and also they're making the extra effort. You know, there's not just one action. They're still making the second action and the third actions now, and that's what we needed to do.
You got a little deeper into your bench without David playing tonight, and that's going to help you down the stretch here.
Oh, exactly. You know, we'll be playing those guys a little bit more of them the rest of the way out so they get some court time and that type of stuff so the big stage doesn't bother them, you know.
And as far as the style of play tonight, and I call it bump and grind. I like when the officials sit on the whistles and they let the kids play, and I know you do.
Yeah, I do too, yeah.
And Sullivan, I don't think was very excited about that.
No,
but
I don't
you
think
and
so.
I know usually as you hit the playoffs in A basketball, it becomes physical basketball.
As soon as we start getting those District 3 referees, the whole thing changes, man, and you're starting to play ball then.
How about it? The way it used to be, right?
Exactly.
Well, hey, I'll let you get in there with your team. Great
All right.
job tonight.
Thank you.
We'll catch up to you along the way.
All right, Jimmy, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys a lot.
Thank you very much. That'll wrap things up here from the Cathletic Community Center. We'll be back on Friday night with Central Columbia and Loyal Sock.